Please be seated. Good afternoon to you all, and welcome to today's Winter Awards ceremony. And to all our students and award recipients, this is our university's moment to celebrate your achievements as graduates. I trust that your family and friends, some of whom no doubt have travelled long distances to be with you today, can share our pride in your success. And as you reflect on your time at the university, I hope you feel that you have made the most of what we offer, whether that be the academic and research facilities or the wide variety of activities through the university's societies and clubs, or perhaps the opportunity to engage with the wider community of Bath. Whichever, I hope that you have forged, and with luck, good and long-lasting friendships, as well as many happy memories. Now, there are many ways in which our university and students impact on wider society, although it's perhaps often in the sporting arena where we attract the most immediate attention. And as the momentum builds towards the Rio Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2016, athletes, coaches, researchers and students will convene at the university in January for a sports performance conference to build stronger links between the latest sports science research from around the world with athletes' performance on the pitch. And the conference will consider how physiology, nutrition, coaching education, psychology, and talent spotting all go together to impact on individual and team performance across a range of sports. I was also amused to note that a piece of research by our Department for Health has found that stirring table sugar into a water bottle before a big physical event could be the difference between success and failure. Now, in essence, it appears that combining different sources of sugars improves the rate at which we can absorb these from the gut and prevent fatigue. And the researchers found that the glucose-only sports performance drinks designed to provide energy during exercise could actually produce gut discomfort. Sorry about that. And suggest that those using sucrose, which is a mixture of glucose and fructose, can help make exercise easier, or just put sugar in water. Well, I don't know about you, but I actually find it works quite well in tea and coffee as well, but don't tell them that. So anyway, it's nice to know that. Now, I know that we've got a number of engineers and mechanical engineers, and I noticed from the news department that you've been particularly busy. And the Department for Mechanical Engineering is leading a proposal to develop a world-class automotive research centre in the Bristol and Bath Science Park to create a new breed of electric and hybrid vehicles. I hope our honorary graduate is paying attention to that little one. Anyway, and meanwhile, the Smart Materials and Structures Group is leading a consortium of 14 European partners in a new European Commission project to develop composite materials technology fundamental to current and future aircraft structures to improve weight, fuel efficiency, and reduce CO2 emissions. Now, I hope there are no nervous flyers among you today, because, and I do like this, it says, the vulnerability of composite structures to dynamic, sudden, and unexpected loads may result in unpredictable, complex, localized damage and a loss of post-impact residual strength. But please, don't worry. Don't worry, because this university, here we are the leaders in the field of advanced damage characterization and failure modeling in Europe. So there you go. You're quite safe. We'll make sure that it stays safe. I'm very conscious that I'm saying this in front of probably a lot of experts in this field. So back on terra firma, a mechanical engineering graduate has designed and is now manufacturing an ingeniously simple solution for farmers, especially in Africa, struggling to earn a living simply through a lack of water. And weighing just 2.5 kilograms, David Hutton's flexi pump is able to pump water from 6 meters below the ground and then pump it another 10 meters above or 100 meters along the ground, thus allowing farmers to pump up to 1,600 liters an hour and irrigate 1/4 of an acre, increasing their crop yields, feeding their family, and ultimately earning a greater income. And we wish David Hutton the very greatest success with that venture. Now, finally, anyone who has bamboo growing in their garden will know that it's pretty invasive, grows rapidly, but does have its uses. However, there is one form of tropical bamboo, Grado angustifolia, which grows up to 85 feet in height and 8 inches in diameter, and can be used after reaches maturity within 4 years. Now, this giant bamboo is capable of absorbing 6 times more CO2 than oak over a 50-year period, is a rapid growth renewable resource, is comparable to timber and steel as a construction material, and as such can prevent rainforest deforestation as it offers an ideal alternative to tropical hardwoods. Now, one of our PhD students from the Department of Architecture and Civil Engineering has devised an innovative system to convert the typically awkward cylindrical bamboo into flat, cross-laminated panels, making them easier to specify for building, more durable, and could potentially be used as the main structural support for multi-story buildings. And it just so happens that Hector Archila Santos from Colombia, an aptly titled World Bamboo Ambassador, is that student and is graduating this afternoon, I believe. I hope Hector is in the audience somewhere. So, or either that or he's heard that I was going to mention it and he's decided to become extremely shy. But anyway, congratulations to you. Now, enough of all those various bits of facts, but hopefully something for you to take away and ponder. But I'm sure today's graduates will join me in thanking those who have provided guidance, help, and support during their time here. And I pay particular tribute to the staff in our academic departments, schools, and partner colleges who fill the students with enthusiasm for their subjects, and especially acknowledge the role of all the other members of our community whose contribution is essential to our continued success. So now it's time to take the next step in your chosen career. And whatever you choose to do, we wish you all the very best of luck, and that you put everything you have learned here to excellent use. We will continue to watch your careers with interest, and in turn, I hope you will take more than just a passing interest in the fortunes of this university. And in spite of its relative youthfulness, the the university has established itself as a major player in this country and, I believe, a popular place to study and research. And I also sense that we have the potential to achieve far more. And our challenge is to build our international reputation and establish more multinational research links. And as graduates ready to face the world, you embody that potential and the feeling of optimism that it brings. And I trust that when and if the opportunity arises, you will feel able to put in a good word for us. So with that thought, I wish all our graduates today every success in the future, wherever that leads you. And my final and most pleasing duty is to commend the honorary graduate, Mr. Gilbert Passin, who will be accepting the honorary degree of Doctor of Engineering today in recognition of his distinguished contributions to engineering, innovation, and entrepreneurship. I now declare this congregation open for the presentation of graduates and for the conferment of honorary degrees.
Chancellor, I present graduates in the Faculty of Engineering Design who have been awarded taught degrees within the Department of Architecture and Civil Engineering. Will the graduates please rise?
By the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you a degree of the University of Bath with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will the graduates please be seated? Chancellor, I present graduates who have been awarded the degree of Master of Science. Will the graduates please come forward to be presented to the Chancellor and to receive their degree certificates? Master of Science in Architectural Engineering, Environmental Design, Mabel Elizabeth Abraham. Maria Archila, Shamsa Zahir Abdullah Al-Abri, Kylan Bristow, Chao Chu, Juan Carlos Fornino, Daniel Fossas Di Pando, and the Best Student Prize for MSc Architectural Engineering, Environmental Design. Tanya Michelle Fernu, Andrea Carolina Gonzalez Sarmiento, Salah Ibrahim Mohammed Ibrahim Imam, Milind Joshi, Damla Khalili, Suren Colin, Evangelia Kotifu, Kexin Mao, Bachir Nebia, Abhishek Palmer, Laura Helena Plazas Barrios, Julian Yi, Aikovos Zavaris, Tong Zhao. Master of Science in Architectural Engineering, Facade Engineering. Nisha Gopal. Mohammed Hamad Rafit Yosef Maras. Andrew Nichols. Anke Rolandhagen. Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Innovative Structural Materials. Opio Pamela Archeng. Sarah Ann Borg, and the Dean's Prize for Best Innovative Structural Materials Student. Napoleana Anna Chaliashu. Shen Chan. Michael Fiorentorini. Jialong Jen. Mohammed Hamad. John Henry Gore Hawker. Alkmani Karastamati. Wachira Koishushaku. Shinwei Lei. Yi Huang. Xiaobing Yao. Yinxin Yi. Delin Zhao. Yanting Zhao. Master of Science in Conservation of Historic Buildings. Catherine Victoria Kinman Armstrong. Daniel Eyre. Lucy Elizabeth Barker. David John Bostock. Nicholas Chatsi Akimadis. Minling Chong. Jennifer Bryant Coots. Charlotte Lucina Curtis. Geraint John Edwards. Daniela Goncalves Marquis. Nigel David Green. Pamela Susan Henwood. Supavdi Jingjitra. Neve Charbon Kieran. Rebecca Kate Kitchen. Jacquelina Amy Lambert Rose. Emma Lawrence. Caroline Meadley. Hilary Jane Menendez. Kun Fong Matthew Enge. Stephen Daniel O'Fegan. Zachary William Harrison Osborne and the Acullis Prize. Laura Haley Reynolds. Jocelyn Ann Sage. Jessica Scott. Brioni Taylor. Thomas Peter Thurlow. Howard Warren. Christopher Mark Williams. Kai Zhu. Master of Science in Conservation of Historic Gardens and Cultural Landscape, Emma Jane Bond. Gabriela Contreras Polanco. Christine Cottrell. Gareth Paul Edwards. Janet Christine Fuller. Simon Gulliver. Mark Lammy. Nicola Marie Little. Jana Marchuk. Matthias Johannes Paul. Wendy Elizabeth Stott. Chancellor, I present graduates in the Faculty of Engineering and Design who have been awarded research degrees within the Department of Architecture and Civil Engineering. Chancellor, I present graduates who have been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Hector Archila Santos.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Thomas Samuel Blight.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Leifan Chen.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Abbas Tajadjini.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Adamansha Shahar Johanna Zografu.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Chancellor, I present graduates in the Faculty of Engineering and Design who have been awarded taught degrees within the Department of Chemical Engineering. Will the graduates please rise?
By the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you a degree of the University of Bath with all the rights, privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will the graduates please be seated? Chancellor, I present graduates who have been awarded the degree of Master of Science. Will the graduates please come forward to be presented to the Chancellor and to receive their degree certificates? Master of Science in Integrated Environmental Management, Julia Ingrid Ashford. Tom Halewood. Cheryl Ann Davis. Catherine Jane Day. Christina Elizabeth Downend. Pete Wynne Griffith. Oliver James Kite. Christine Kari Maikanu. Timothy Keybon Sherif. Chancellor, I present graduates in the Faculty of Engineering and Design who have been awarded research degrees within the Department of Chemical Engineering. Chancellor, I present graduates who have been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Rebecca Louise Bamford.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Simon Henry Rafe Owens.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Anyala Marisa Ramirez Cannon.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Chancellor, I present graduates in the Faculty of Engineering and Design who have been awarded taught degrees within the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Will the graduates please rise?
By the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you a degree of the University of Bath with all the rights, privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will the graduates please be seated? Chancellor, I present graduates who have been awarded the degree of Bachelor of Science. will the graduates please come forward to be presented to the Chancellor and to receive their degree certificates. Bachelor of Science in Engineering Systems, Jack Joshua Hatfield Falkingham. Jonathan Hatherall. Luke Roberts. Ian Shirley. James Taylor. Martin Toes. Chancellor, I present graduates who have been awarded the degree of Master of Science. Master of Science in Automotive Engineering, Jiaming Hu, Arpit Jain, Ishash Jolly, Yang Liu, Zheng Liu, Fan Ling Men, Ashish Chiranda Hassan Menon, Philip Rees Thomas. Master of Science in Engineering Design, Sebastian Niebel. Frederick Arvind Saranth Chandra. Master of Science in Mechatronics, Sun Kao. Evind Freustad. Chancellor, I present graduates in the Faculty of Engineering Design who have been awarded research degrees within the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Chancellor, I present graduates who have been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosopher. Christopher James Brampton.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Leah Isabel Mearstone.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Samantha Jane Wright.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Thank you. I call upon the University Orator to present the candidate for a degree honoris causa.
Chancellor, it is my pleasure to introduce Gilbert Passon, engineer, innovator and entrepreneur. Gilbert is recognised as one of the world-leading experts in automotive manufacturing, particularly in relation to electric emerging technologies. Gilbert's career immediately post-university saw him join the staff of the Department of Mechanical Engineering here at the University of Bath between 1984 and 1986. He was a teaching fellow, specialising in dynamics and 3D mechanics. In this role, he was engaged with the establishment of the European Engineering Degree Programme, advising, developing and teaching the required language modules to support students in engineering exchanges in France. From Bath, Gilbert moved into industry and began a highly successful and distinguished career spanning 29 years in developing some of the most innovative automotive manufacturing plants in the world. Prior to joining Tesla, Gilbert led some of the most high-profile divisions at Toyota, Volvo, Mack, and projects at Renault across North America and Europe. He served as General Manager of Production Engineering for Toyota in North America and Chief Production Engineer for the Toyota Corolla and the Toyota Tacoma in North America. Toyota's manufacturing production process continues to be regarded as one of the most efficient in automotive assembly. Previously, Gilbert was Vice President of Manufacturing at Toyota's plant in Cambridge, Ontario. The award-winning plant produces over 400,000 automobiles every year and is the first Toyota site to produce a Lexus vehicle outside of Japan. It has won accolades and is considered one of Canada's top 100 employers. Gilbert was instrumental in the manufacturing, planning, and launch of the best-selling Lexus sports utility vehicles. He has also launched the manufacturing of the award-winning 10th generation Corolla, one of the most popular cars in the world. Prior to joining Toyota as Vice President and General Manager of the Volvo facility, he successfully consolidated the production of Volvo and Mack trucks while increasing the production rate and improving quality and productivity. In 2010, all of this experience in the traditional automotive sector made Gilbert the ideal addition to Tesla, which is one of the most innovative and fastest growing automotive companies in the world. Based in California, the brainchild of Elon Musk, the billionaire founder of PayPal and technical entrepreneur, they are the first company to focus on producing entirely electric vehicles, creating new battery and energy technology to offer record-breaking performance and range. Their Model S car, launched under the supervision of Gilbert, has won numerous international awards, including Time Magazine Best 25 Inventions of the Year, 2012, 2013 World Green Car of the Year, and the Automobile Magazine's 2013 Car of the Year. He joined Tesla when they did not even have a vehicle manufacturing team nor a factory. He spearheaded the staffing and forming of the entire vehicle manufacturing organization, starting from just prototype vehicles to 500 cars produced a week in less than 2 years. Now Tesla is producing 1,400 cars a week with plans for further expansion, thanks to Gilbert's leadership of their production operations. Tesla has a growing presence in Europe, with Gilbert having been appointed to take executive lead for European operations, and is recognized as a truly innovative engineering company with a global reputation for pushing the boundaries of what is possible. Gilbert has played a vital role in making Tesla the credible car manufacturer that it is today. Without him, the groundbreaking cars would not have made it into sustainable production. Chancellor, I present to you Gilbert Poisson, who is eminently worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa.
Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, distinguished staff, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say I'm almost as nervous as on my first date. Thank you very much, Professor Harley, for this very kind introduction. I'm thrilled and honored to be here this afternoon in this beautiful city of Bath. I would like to express my deepest and most sincere gratitude to the Chancellor and the entire staff of the University of Bath for this nomination. And my special thanks to Andrew Monk, Stephanie Lear, Gail Gillespie for helping me so well to prepare for this event. I would also like to thank my wife, children, and family members who are here today who supported me all these years. It is highly exciting for me to be part of such a prestigious event. I would like to congratulate all the graduates who are receiving their bachelor's, master's, and PhDs today. Today is the start of a new chapter in your life. Armed with education, knowledge, and critical thinking, you can achieve your goals, even if they seem impossible. As you embrace new opportunities, I would like to address you and actually share with you a few lessons that I learned during my career. The first lesson, be open and step outside your cultural boundaries. I grew up in Saint-Laurent, France, a small village isolated in the mountains close to Switzerland, with only 2,000 inhabitants and the typical 6 months icy cold winters. My father had to work very hard to support the family. As a teenager, I worked as a car repairman and met immigrants from different cultures who came to France for a new beginning. This inspired me to discover the bigger world and explore new cultures. My vision was to eventually contribute to a better society through applied knowledge and creativity. My father and my brothers showed me the way, higher education. I had passion for physics, mathematics, and music, and I worked hard to get to École Centrale in Paris. There I met late Mr. Jacques Grosjean, Mr. Grosjean, from the School of Engineering at Bath. He was looking for someone to come to Bath to teach engineering with French. I jumped at the opportunity. I saw that as a way to step outside my country, learn new things. I was so excited to come to England. But my English was extremely poor, and I struggled to get to know people at first. I decided to attend Cambridge proficiency classes at night, and then I successfully graduated only to be told not to ever go to America for fear to lose my English. Finally, after 6 months, I was able to meet great friends and converse fluently. I also learned how to appreciate new cultures and new experiences. I learned about queuing at the bus stop, about the very dry but exquisite English sense of humor. I watched Spitting Image. I thoroughly enjoyed playing squash and lost many games to older staff members. But to this day, I'm deeply grateful to Mr. Grosjean for believing in me and accepting my candidature right after my graduation. I believe that Mr. Grosjean, Professor Coveney, and Professor Wallace were visionary in creating engineering with languages almost 10 years before the official formation of the European Community. Clairvoyant leadership and brilliant ideas like these open doors and inspire youth, just like me, teenager from a small village in France. It is fun to discover new cultures. You learn so much about yourself and also about others. Second lesson, you must plan, but also please follow your instinct. None of what happened after Bath was actually planned that well for me. I wanted to apply what I learned in the classroom about robotics, automation, and industrial engineering and put it to the test in real life. My instinct led me towards automotive manufacturing because I like cars. I became passionate for finding smart ways to manufacture cars better. In automotive, everything comes together in a fascinating way. People, concepts, designs, processes, materials, and machines work in concert to ultimately create something beautiful and useful to society. Thanks to engineering with languages, I was armed with a better command of English. I felt more self-confident about pushing boundaries further. My instinct led me to work for international companies in multiple countries: Canada, France, UK again, Birmingham, US up and down the East Coast and the West Coast, as well as Sweden, Japan, and China for short periods of time. I climbed my way up. I ran 6 factories of various sizes and products. I started 4, and I closed 2 others. All of this required a lot of planning. But as I recall, the most interesting and challenging part were the people side. As my Toyota sensei would say, the soft side. Like building, motivating, leading a team of people. Closing a factory is very sad. People's lives get profoundly affected. This, by far, was the worst experience of my career. But the reverse is also true. Opening factories, creating jobs and new opportunities for people is such an absolute joy. I love starting new factories, building new teams, leading them to success. This is fun. Nothing of significance in life can be achieved without teamwork, motivation, and hard work. And above all, without following your instinct not to lose true north. Third lesson, take risk and believe that nothing is impossible. I especially took a lot of risk when I decided to leave Toyota and join Tesla. Toyota is a very stable, world-class company which happens to be the best in my area of expertise, manufacturing. I learned a tremendous amount at Toyota, especially from my Japanese colleagues. Not just book knowledge, but the true meaning of Toyota way and how to live it. TPS, Toyota Production System, and how to apply it. Lexus, the relentless pursuit of perfection. And Kaizen, the never-ending continuous improvement process. All of it goes back to the Bushido, the way of the samurai. But I needed more. I craved the impossible, and this is what I found in Tesla. When I met Mr. Elon Musk face-to-face for the first time at LAX, I really had no idea what Tesla was all about. Nor did I know anything substantial about electric cars and their powertrain system. And after the interview, I drove a Tesla Roadster. I was surprised by the incredible acceleration. The handling was magnificent. A supercar with incredible power and lots of fun. Wow, that was it. At that very moment, I realized the huge potential of 100% electric cars. Just as light appears in an instant from the dark by flipping a switch, right then the opportunity to change society and change the world of transportation presented itself to me. Build Model S, a high-quality 100% electric sedan. I seized that opportunity, but it was a lot of risks. We had no factory, no vehicle team, no defined process, no equipment, no suppliers, just CAD files and a clay model. Incredible challenge. When asked why I took on this challenge, my only answer was, I'm a little crazy. But in reality, I wanted to challenge myself and see how far I could go in creating something from scratch. Plus, I sensed that Elon was an incredible visionary leader, questioning current reality and pushing boundaries with energy and passion. I decided to risk it, big thanks to my wife, who agreed to gamble the future of our family. Finally, my last lesson today, learn to be passionate and have fun. Working for Tesla has been a crazy adventure. Tesla is about accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. There is now more consciousness of limited natural resources and need for preservation. As I just returned from China, it is pretty obvious that COx and NOx emissions are killing humanity slowly but surely. ppm 2.5 is a very common and frequent subject of conversation in Beijing, along with terrible pictures of smog everywhere. Passion for innovation and entrepreneurship must reach critical mass to change the world's direction on these issues. I believe Tesla is one of those unstoppable forces. Tesla began as a very small, somewhat unstable startup to now become a $30 billion market cap company. Tesla's brand recognition now goes beyond the very best like Lexus or Aston Martin and Jaguar. A few days after I started, they wanted me to produce a detailed Gantt chart explaining our 3-year production plan, step by step, from clay model to vehicle launch. The kicker was, at that time, I had no idea how we would do this, especially when Elon wanted us to do that in half the time. I also very vividly remember looking for potential factories in the middle of Los Angeles and trying to imagine how we would produce thousands of cars at a competitive price in the middle of LA with such tight emission standards and very little money. Not to mention some key German auto executives visiting our dark, totally empty Fremont factory, almost laughing when I told them that our Model S production would start a year and a half later. But we made it. This requires lots of passion, and we had lots of fun doing it. So in closing, why am I telling you all this, especially you? None of this would have been possible for me without first receiving a great education, and second, applying it with leadership and passion. This is the key to success, innovation, and to do a better society. From elementary school to University of Bath, I learned to seize opportunities, reflect on my mistakes, transcend reality, and create the impossible together with a team of great people. I wish you all the very best in your new endeavors. Step outside your boundaries, follow your instinct to reach your dreams, take risks to make the impossible happen, and have fun. Thank you very much for this award. I accept it proudly. I'm very grateful to the University of Bath forever. Thank you.
I now declare this congregation closed for the presentation of graduates and for the conferment of honorary degrees.